Why do some humans have dark skin while others are pale? Did this difference appear suddenly, or has it been with us since Adam and Eve? Could the secret of skin color hold the answer to where humanity truly began? Scientists agree on one shocking truth. Every human alive today can trace their roots back to Africa. That means the very first humans were dark-skinned. But how did the variety of skin tones we see today appear? The answer lies in a pigment called melanin. This natural shield protects us from the sun's ultraviolet rays. In Africa, where sunlight is intense, people with more melanin had an advantage. They were protected from skin cancer and heat damage. Over thousands of years, dark skin became the natural defense system of humanity. But here's the twist. When humans began migrating away from Africa into colder, less sunny regions, something strange happened. In the north, where the sun was weak, dark skin blocked too much light. People needed sunlight to make vitamin D for healthy bones and survival. Those with lighter skin could absorb sunlight faster, giving them an edge. Slowly, generation by generation, lighter skin tones appeared. This means that skin color isn't just cosmetic. It's a story of survival, adaptation, and evolution. Dark skin was humanity's first armor, and lighter skin was a later adaptation to new lands. But this raises even deeper questions. Did Adam and Eve themselves have dark skin? Were we all originally black? And if so, why did so many cultures rewrite history in ways that made them look different? The answers may shock you. Why does the sun decide the color of our skin? The secret lies in how our bodies react to sunlight. The stronger the sun, the more our skin produces melanin. It's like a natural umbrella inside our skin, blocking dangerous rays. Without it, our ancestors in Africa wouldn't have survived the burning sun. But what happens when people leave the equator? As humans migrated to northern lands, the sun became weaker. Suddenly, the same melanin that once protected life became a disadvantage. Too much melanin meant less vitamin D, weaker bones, and sickness. Lighter skin, on the other hand, captured sunlight faster, giving those people a better chance to survive. So, is skin color about beauty or survival? It was never about beauty. It was about life and death. In places where the sun burned hot, darker skin was the shield. In colder, darker places, lighter skin was the key to staying alive. And here's the mystery. If Adam and Eve were the first humans, what skin color did they really have? Some scientists argue they were dark-skinned, just like the first African ancestors. Others claim their skin may have been a middle tone, adapting as their children spread out. One thing is certain. The diversity we see today started with a single family. But the science still goes deeper, because it's not just the sun and melanin. The shape of our noses, our hair texture, even our body size all tell the story of how humans adapted to survive in different worlds. Could the secret of skin color be hidden inside our DNA? Scientists discovered that a few tiny changes in our genes decide how much melanin our skin produces. These changes happened over thousands of years, shaped by the places where humans lived. Every skin tone, from the darkest black to the lightest white, is simply a survival code written in our DNA. But why do we also see differences in hair and facial features? In hot, dry climates, tightly curled hair helped protect the head from the burning sun. In colder regions, straighter hair helped keep warmth close to the body. Even the shape of our noses changed. Wide noses in hot places cooled the air before it entered the lungs, while narrow noses in cold regions kept warmth from escaping. So does this mean race is real, or is it an illusion? Biologists agree, race is an illusion. The differences in skin color and features are just adaptations to the environment. Underneath, all humans are genetically almost identical. In fact, two people from different continents can be more genetically similar than two neighbors from the same village. And here's the shocking truth. What if Adam and Eve looked nothing like the images we see in art? Most paintings show them as pale Europeans. But science suggests the first humans were likely dark-skinned, with features adapted to the African climate. That means every human alive today, no matter their skin color, descends from the same family, born under the African sun. But while science tells us how these differences appeared, ancient religions and myths offer another explanation, that diversity was part of a divine plan, written from the very beginning. Why do some traditions say that Adam himself carried every skin color within him? Islamic traditions describe Adam as being created from soil gathered from every part of the earth: dark soil, light soil, red, yellow, and brown. That's why his children were born with different skin tones. Humanity's diversity, according to this view, was not an accident of survival but a direct choice of God. Does this mean skin color was planned from the very beginning? Yes. In these stories, diversity is part of the divine design. Just as languages and cultures would later spread, skin tones were woven into humanity from the very first breath of life. To erase, that is, to erase the richness of creation itself. But what about the silence of the Bible on this subject? The Bible never describes Adam and Eve's skin. Early interpreters often assumed they looked like the people reading the scripture. Europeans imagined them white, Africans imagined them black. Yet, some Jewish traditions also hint at Adam being red earth, suggesting a darker or mixed complexion. So which is true? Were Adam and Eve black, white, or something else entirely? According to these religious perspectives, they were neither one nor the other. They were the parents of all, carrying the genetic and spiritual potential for every color we see today. Skin color was never meant to divide humanity. It was meant to unite us under one origin. But the story doesn't stop there. Because in many cultures outside the Abrahamic faiths, myths about the first humans explain skin color in ways far more symbolic, and sometimes far more shocking. How did ancient African myths explain the origin of black and white people? Some African traditions say God baked the first humans in an oven. The first batch came out too light, the second too dark, and the third perfectly balanced. That is why humanity has many skin colors, each a result of divine cooking. This story shows that skin tone was never seen as hierarchy, but as variety. What about myths from Asia? In some ancient Chinese legends, humans were molded from clay. The yellow soil of the Yellow River created the first people, giving them their skin tone. Later, stories spread of other soils and clays being used, explaining why people in other lands look different. And what did indigenous myths say? Among Native American tribes, stories tell of a great spirit who painted humanity with different shades using the colors of nature: black from night, red from clay, white from clouds, and brown from earth. In these tales, diversity was sacred, not something to divide people but to show the beauty of creation. So why are these myths important? Because they reveal something powerful. Even without science, ancient people searched for meaning in human differences. For them, skin color wasn't random. It was a message from the gods, a symbol of balance, survival, and identity. But there is still one more perspective left to uncover, the ultimate question: what does all this mean for us today? Throughout this journey, we've heard from science, religion, and myth. Science shows us that darker skin is the result of adaptation, melanin protecting humanity under the blazing African sun. Religion and myth remind us that this was never random. Adam was formed from soils of many colors, and cultures worldwide speak of God shaping humans in different shades. When we combine both perspectives, the truth becomes clear. Black people exist because they are the original expression of humanity. From the heat of Africa came the first humans, carrying within them the potential for every shade that would later spread across the world. So the question we asked at the beginning, how did black people come to exist, has a definitive answer. They did not simply come to exist, they were the beginning, the root of the family tree, the first chapter of humanity's story. Every other skin tone is a branch that grew from them. This is not just science. This is faith, myth, and history all pointing to one undeniable truth. We are one family, born in many colors, but sharing the same origin. Remember, black people were not only the first expression of humanity, they have also faced countless challenges and racism throughout history. Every skin color holds equal value. Race does not determine worth. Our differences are humanity's strength, and we must stand together in support of one another. Sparkles, and that's the story no one tells you. But now you know. If this truth opened your eyes, don't let the story end here. Hit the like button, subscribe for more hidden histories, and share your thoughts in the comments. Your voice might inspire the next story we uncover together.